All right, let's talk about army talent for familiars. That's sixth video in the series. There's going to be one more at least. So we're going to talk about army talent. This is something that is unlocked. You need research for that in familiar battle. So your first thing you need to do is at least unlock familiar battle slot number 1. This is free to play. Doesn't cost any tomes. Same thing for these research, doesn't cost any tome. These research are free to play until level 7. So for example, you see they don't cost any tomes. You get to level 7 and higher. Now it starts to cost some tomes. So battle slot number 2 is free to play. Same thing here. These are free to play until level 7. And then this is free to play. But then when you start going down, you need to spend some tome to go further. So in order to get army talent, you need at least one battle slot open. And like I said, as a free-to-play player, you should unlock at least familiar battle slot number 3. So once you've done that, what happens is you're gonna be able to unlock your army talent. Let's look at one that's unlocked. So as you can see, this is unlocked because I have not paid the first threshold of brilliant orb, in this case red orbs, to unlock this. But I could do it because it is at elder stage. If it's not at elder stage, you would see something like this. This can't awaken your familiar is not an elder. So even if you have the orbs, it needs to be elder. So that means level 50, and it means you need to have the runes to make your familiars to elder. So tier 1 is you need 40 runes. Tier 2 you need 80. So that's why you see these two are from pack 1, but they're really tier 2. Tier 3 you need 120. Tier 4 you need 160, and then tier 5. Tier 5 are half of pack 4 are tier 5. So you need 200, and all the what we call pack 5, which are the P2P familiars, they are tier 5, and they need 200 to unlock. So that means 200 from adult to elder, but you need I think it's 25 from, I don't remember the first stage before adult. Yeah, so you need to have them at elder stage in order to unlock. Now there's different types of so at tier 1 there's I think there's 3 types of familiar. They're the attack boosting type. So I think yeah, let's look at, yeah, there's Yeti, that's Cav boosting type by 15% at level 10, and you have one for Cav, one for ranged, which this one is a ranged account and it's completely maxed. And you have infantry, which I don't care about the other two. I have more accounts. One is focused on Cav, one is focused on inf, so that's why I really don't bother with those skills. If I want to do a darkness, I'm using the proper lead. So that's the luxury of having several accounts. So you have, like I said, tier 1, you have attack boosting up to 15%, and then you have let's look at this one. It's HP reducing. So you have one for range, one for inf, and one for cav. I see a lot of people putting these on their wall. I don't think it's bad, but it's not the most optimal ones. But they're cheaper than the tier 2 familiars that I personally use. So you have one for range, one for, and you also have familiars that reduce defense. Since HP is more valuable than defense, I suggest that if you have to choose, you go for HP first. before unlocking the defense wall. But same thing, you have one for the cav, inf, and range. So HP, inf. This one is inf defense. Cav max HP, 40%. I'll be honest, I wasted those orbs. I never used this familiar. And then, oh, this is a pack 5, so we're gonna look at it later. Tier 2, there also are some 15% army familiar. They boost, either they reduce HP or reduce defense at the army level, so that means all troop types including siege. So HP or defense. I personally unlocked the HP reducing and HP boosting ones, which is Aquarius and Weevil. And I've also unlocked, at least started, and that's what that's where I'm putting my red orbs at the moment. Increase army defense. So these 3 are on my wall. I say that. Let's look at my wall station. Yes, that's the 3 guys that I'm using because they are impacting. They are impacting all enemy troops, regardless of what people are sending. So that is great. And 15% means 15% for inf, 50% for cav, 50% for range, and 50% for the siege unit that they're sending. So that is better than 40% only for inf, 40% for defense, for 40% for inf, cav, and range per for only 1 familiar. So if you compare 3 15% versus, so 3 15% means really 45% compared to 40% on the other 3 if you combine them together. The other one is Territe, which reduces army defense by 15%. So I don't know if boosting your defense is better than reducing the enemy's defense, but it's the same thing. It's army. It's, to me, this one or this one on your wall, same thing. So the other ones that we have, you have familiars that increase range or defense by 80% for 10 seconds when 10% of your troops, of your specific troops, have fallen. I don't like that. There are better use of your orbs. This is for familiar that you use when you invade here, when you're attacking. I don't like this. I'll show you. So because this is only for 10 seconds, there are stacking heroes, familiars that impact the whole fight, and they stack, and the boost gets higher and higher and higher. This is only temporary. I don't like it. So you have range max HP, you have infantry def. So yeah, I wasted a bunch of orbs there also. Not a great move. Yeah, I talked about this one. This is increased infantry max HP, cav HP. Talked about this one. This is range defense. You have cav defense. Talked about this one. And then we're gonna go to tier 3. Tier 3 is where you're gonna get some of the best familiars, specifically these 3, because they are what they call stacking talents. I obviously unlocked the range one because this is a range account, so increased range attack by 100% when 10% of your troops, of your range troops, have fallen. This effect can stack, so that means if you have 1 million, you send let's say 2 million troops. Whenever 200,000 die, you get a boost. Now your range is increased by 100%, and then after that, when it goes down by another 200%, oh, I don't know if it's another 10% of what's the remaining, but you get another boost and another. the stacking effect can go up by 5 or 600%. That's really good when you're attacking and you're using a blast composition. That means that you have 2 million range troop and just maybe some buffers here and there, but mostly one type. So that's really good. Obviously, it's maxed out on this ranged account. I didn't unlock this one, infantry, because I have an infantry account, but it's the same thing. It does the same, it has the same effect. And there's one for Cav, and I unlocked this one because at some point my Cav account was not in the same guild as my other accounts, so I decided to use this account to run Cav Darkness, but I don't anymore, so yeah, that's what it is. As far as tier 3, I really don't like this one. It seems good. It gives a 60% boost to your hero's tactic skill. I'd say it's good when you're attacking, because but it really depends what you're attacking. Don't use that on your wall, because basically what it does is it boosts your hero skills only for 10 seconds at the start of the battle. So usually that's the first and only hit that your heroes are gonna do. And if people that are attacking you are using buffer, it's all gonna be wasted on buffers. So you're not gonna do any damage with that. I don't like this. I suggest that you skip it. This one can be good. Stun enemy largest squad for 8 seconds. That means for 8 seconds, a squad is a quarter of a troop type. So if they have 1 million infantry troops, that means that 250,000 of them will be stunned for 8 seconds, if that's their largest enemy squad. So it can be good. I don't know if it's better than some of the other skills, but personally, I'm with Therese-Lot. I'm not using this one, and I don't plan on. I think that's about it for tier 3. Yes, there's not much really. We're talking about these 3, the stacking ones. Now tier 4. Tier 4, that's where you're gonna start using yellow orbs, which are way more expensive. They cost, where can I see now? I don't want to buy some. Yeah, let's look here. If I want to buy some, it's 7,500 compared to 3,000 for red orbs. They're very expensive. I've never bought any. I've used a bunch of them only on this one familiar, closing in on level 9. Personally, I don't think I'm gonna use any yellow orbs on the Pack 4 familiars. I think I'm gonna wait for some of the Pack 5, but let's look at why I wouldn't use them. So what does it do on, let's say, Snow Beast? Snow Beast summon, you get a shield for protect 7% of your ranged troops from a killing blow when 12% of your ranged troops are fallen. So basically 7% of your troops, if they're about to get killed, they'll get one more turn. I don't know if it's a good thing, or I don't know if it's that great, but you get the same thing. Let's look at the other one. There's also a shield for Cav, and there's a shield for Inf. And then the other one is stun all enemy heroes for 5 seconds when 15% of your troops have fallen. So basically, during that 5 seconds, the enemy heroes, they cannot do their tactics. I don't know if it's that great also. And then there's no army talent on the last 2. And I don't think there's army talent for also Trojan and Titan. Yeah, there's nothing. Now on the Pack 5, the P2P familiar, there's 2 types of talents, and they are great. Deals 600% damage based on your initial Cav attack to one of the largest enemy squads when 4% of your troops are fallen. 4% is like at the beginning of the battle. That's a lot of damage. So when you're sending a blast, that's a really good familiar to send. It's very expensive to unlock and to max. It's more expensive than Griffin. So yeah, be careful. Very expensive. Same thing for inf, and where's the other one for range? I believe it's this one. Yeah. Now, I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same thing because you get 500% damage every 4 seconds up to 5 times. So 150 times 5, it's a little bit higher than the 600%, and it's based on cap with 8%. So if you combine that, and obviously it goes down as you lose troops because it's not based on the initial damage. But still, when you're sending a blast cav, that's really good. And then the other two, same thing, one for ranged and one for infantry. Same thing, very expensive. So, and it's army talent. It's not something that you unlock and then you. It's not a good thing to unlock this one and then unlock this one. No, when you unlock one, you want to go all in and max it. So if you're a free-to-play player, this is very rare. This is very expensive, yellow orbs. So I one of the easiest way to get them. I don't know. I don't remember getting yellow orbs from the cargo ship. You get red orbs from time to time, but you can get some with L event rewards, not this one. You get some in KVK rewards. I don't remember if it's the 3-way KVK or 4-way. You can also get some as Guildfest rewards. And I think that's about it. Red orbs are easier to get than yellow orbs. So like I said, if you're free to play, you're gonna probably be looking at 3 familiar, 3 on your wall, and then a different combination for when you attack. Yeah, that's about it. And so on the next video, we're gonna talk about training. How many gems do you need? How to use your frags, your elixir, your potion. And yeah, that's about it for this video. So if you have any question, just leave a comment and maybe I will not ignore it. All right, bye.